Hey guys, Jared here. So I wanted to get my wife and I a couple of little gifts or stocking stuffers really, but I also wanted to challenge myself to find the best bang for my buck. And so these are my 3 great gifts for anyone that I found for under $50. So first up is the Jarve N-Motion Bluetooth 4.0 earbuds. Now I'm not going to get into a full review in this video, but if any of you want to see a full review from me on any of these items, let me know in the comments below. But moving on, one of the awesome things about these headphones is just that the price, which comes in at just under 30 bucks. Which means you shouldn't expect these to be on the same level as Jaybird or Beats Bluetooth headphones, for example, but they do pack Bluetooth 4.0, have a nice and flat rubber cable, sound pretty decent with definitely acceptable bass. They also come with behind the ear clips as well as ear stabilizers and different sized ear tips to help you dial in the right fit. And the battery should last you for about 5 hours, give or take, and they don't take very long to charge either, which is really nice. I think it only took me maybe about an hour or less before I was up and running. There's also inline music controls for skipping forward or backward, adjusting the volume, answering, rejecting, or ending calls. And the build quality is pretty awesome too. It's nice and solid even though it's made from plastic, but for $30, I think it's a great price for Bluetooth headphones and would make an awesome gift or stocking stuffer. And if you break or lose them, well, they're only 30 bucks, which is why I bought both my wife and I a pair each. Anyways, link for these bad boys can be found in the description below. Now, next up is something I bought just for my wife because I actually hoard all the Bluetooth speakers that enter this house. But I wanted to make sure I got her something with decent power and sound, as well as having the convenience of music controls. So that's why I bought the Bolse, I think that's how you pronounce it, a Bluetooth stereo speaker. Now this handsome little guy comes in at just $40 and sports a passive subwoofer and 2 40mm drivers at 6 watts each for a total of 12 watts, has a 1000 milliamp hour internal rechargeable battery that has a claimed discharge time of about 8 hours, Bluetooth, NFC, built-in mic for speakerphone, an auxiliary input, and believe it or not, yes, it actually comes with the auxiliary cable, as well as a micro USB charging cable. Now the whole unit is really sturdy feeling, like maybe I could go and drop it a few times and it'll keep working sort of a thing. Now from the front, the grill itself is metal and everything else is this sort of smooth rubber material, much like the material they use on the Nexus 5 actually. And it's got a good weight to it too. And the top is where all the business happens, obviously. From left to right, you've got the call answer button, your track skip and play/pause buttons, and of course your volume controls. And on the back is the power switch as well as the auxiliary and USB inputs. And all that for just 40 bucks I thought was a great deal, especially if you look at the power output of other much more costly name brand Bluetooth speakers. I actually think you'd be really surprised. And again, links for this little guy can be found in the description below. Now, last is something I got just for me because I've always wanted one. Unfortunately, it didn't show up in time for the video, but either way, if you're a guy, you'll really dig this tritium-filled keyring. Now, for those of you that don't know what tritium is a radioactive isotope of hydrogen, and believe it or not, it is actually used to increase the explosive power of a fusion bomb. But don't worry, the amount of radiation it puts off is so minimal that it doesn't even make it out of the plastic it's housed in. Anyways, the neat factor of this is the fact that it glows in the dark. Actually, technically, it's always glowing, but it's easier to see in the dark. But best of all, it will glow for anywhere between 10 to 15 years, depending on the quality and age of the tritium used. Now, these are super cool and handy because you could use them for all sorts of things, like throw them on your keychain to find your keys in the dark easier. Maybe the zipper on your jacket. You might even want to throw it on your dog's collar if you take them for walks at night. And probably a million other uses as well. But for me, I got it because I can say it's a radioactive glowing vial of material used to make fusion bombs, which is cool and a great conversation starter, to say the very least. Well, that's it for my list of great gifts. Hopefully that helped out some of you because I believe almost anyone would like or appreciate any of those gifts. But just in case you're in the market for something a little more free, on December 16th, HHGREGG and LG are having a contest for 8 straight hours where they're going to be picking winners at random to win one of 8 LG 49-inch 4K smart TVs, one of 8 LG 55-inch curved OLED smart TVs, or a 300-watt 2.1 channel LG soundbar. Now, to enter the contest, all you gotta do is visit the link in the description below the video, but that's not all. If you want a chance to win a $500 HHGREGG gift card, simply follow HHGREGG on Twitter and tweet using the hashtag OMLG on December the 16th, and the person who uses the hashtag the most wins. Anyways, thanks as always for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Cheers.